We're on stage, when we're off stage and we're trying to sleep on a tour bus, it's not easy. And we always say, like, we feel like complete bums getting off the tour bus with like makeup and hair everywhere, and then we get on stage and we look like glamour queens. But no, living on the road is tough stuff.
And it's even tougher at the moment because you are touring at the moment in England, and you don't even have a bus. Tell me what happened last night.
We finished the show and we had a 4-hour drive back to London from Liverpool, and we had these like cars, and the cars are quite small, and I was so tired. I had to get up early in the morning. It's a 4-hour drive. We're not going to get back till 3 a.m. So I let Ashley take the seat, and I got on the floor, made myself a pallet, and slept on the floor of the car.
Oh, bless you. And of course our British cars are teeny tiny, and your American cars are huge.
It's a good thing I'm flexible.
I was going to say, yeah, they're going, oh yeah, that Kimberly, just fold her up somewhere.
It was like contortion.
So when you are touring, probably with a tour bus, what's it like? Tell us what a typical day is like on the tour bus or evening.
Okay, well, usually we'll get off stage and take a shower at the venue and hop on the bus. And it's kind of our quiet time. It's where we'll make our dinners together. We'll have like sandwiches or something. You know, it's our family time to sit down and we'll all talk about life or family or what have you. We do some soul searching together. Sometimes we'll have movie nights, and then it's all about getting some sleep. And I get quite road sick, so the only way to heal from road sickness is just go straight to sleep. So I become a professional sleeper whenever we're on the bus, so I don't ever feel ill. And it's funny because when you're riding on a tour bus and you're going through curves and stuff, you're rolling along with it. So you have some really crazy dreams. And then usually we'll get to the hotel quite early in the morning, and you'll just wake up fast enough to grab your stuff, get off the bus, get into the hotel, and go back to sleep.
Oh, bless you. And there are quite a lot of you. I mean, do you fight, or really you just there sleeping and the others are fighting, bickering in the corner?
On the bus, I think we're all just in it together. We rely on each other to get through it, so we're our own support system.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, you say you've got video nights. That must be quite nice on the tour bus, quite cosy. What other things do you do to amuse yourself?
We do. And when we have video nights, we pick someone different every night so that they can choose a movie. So we're always kind of switching off on different people's tastes. Otherwise, we're either like working on our computers or reading a book. A lot of us have become avid readers just because of tour. I've always been a reader, but I've seen more of the girls pick it up recently when we're on tour buses and there's a lot of downtime. For me, I love to sit at the front so I can see outside and see the road, and that's my place to kind of write and be on my computer and do my work.
That's good. And I hear that your dad's a trucker as well, and your mum travels with them. Did you ever go along with both of them?
When I was a really young kid, I used to go on the road with my dad, and I remember I loved it because it had like a bed in the back, and I would make egg sandwiches and sit there and ride with them. It became very dull as I got older, and I never wanted to go again, but I guess I am now that I'm living on tour buses. And my mom did. She went on the road with him for a couple years, and now she's decided that the road isn't for her, and she's settled into her own little business in our small town of Warrensburg, Missouri, and she's been selling furniture.
So when you did go out with your dad on the road, did you have any funny experiences or scary experiences? Anything at all come to mind?
I remember my dad telling me, because there's some bridges out there that are one lane and they're tiny, and he's like, there's no way to judge it. All you can do is just push the gas, close your eyes, and hope for the best.
Scary and hilarious a bit at the same time.
You like laugh, ha ha ha.
Well, obviously you got through okay. Oh man, yes. Your dad's a bit of a trickster.
Yeah, he is. I think he likes to pull pranks, but he's quite the amazing truck driver.
And I guess so, travelling with him was probably pretty good training for life on the tour bus.
It was. Anytime someone makes fun of my driving in the car or whatever, I'm like, whatever, I'm the best driver in the world. My dad's a truck driver.
That might sort of disprove the theory, really. And has your dad been on any of the tour buses with you?
I think that my parents have popped onto the bus, and for the few seconds that we're there, every time we go to my city, we're never there for longer than a night, and we leave right after the show. So, I mean, they've popped on for just to give them a quick tour of the bus, and then they have to go because we got to get back on the road.
But was he quite impressed secretly, you know, because he's got his cabin, and now he sees your fantastic tour bus?
Well, it's great because anytime we're on a bus, we always have a bus driver, and I always feel like I can connect with them because there's a little bit of there's a connection.
Quick Car Quiz with Kimberly Wyatt.
Okay, Kimberly, now it is time for our quick car quiz, and the subject is first time. So when was the first time you drove a car?
When I was supposed to be sick at home from school, and I wasn't that sick because I jumped in the car and took a drive around the driveway, and I saw in the rearview mirror that my dad had pulled up right behind me, and I got in so much trouble.
First car you owned?
A Pontiac that had really bald tires, and every time I tried to stop, I'd slide past the stop sign.
No way. First kiss in a car?
First kiss in a car was after a bonfire out in the country in somebody's farmyard.
And, first time you had a slight prang in a car?
Prang? Accident?
Yeah.
I had just got my license, and I thought that I could drive like my dad could, and I went down the country road and tried to do donuts, and I landed myself in the ditch.
First time you got a ticket?
I got a ticket because I had expired tags.
Oh.
Yeah.
First time you got let off because you were a pussycat doll?
Never. You know, we did our first photo shoot, and I was in my mohawk. It was for the first album, and afterwards I was following a friend to a restaurant. We made an illegal U-turn, and I got pulled over. And it just so happens that our song Don't Ya came on the radio, so I was like, I can totally get out of this. I blasted the radio, Don't Ya. He comes up, I was like, we just did our first photo shoot. I'm in the Pussycat Doll. He's like, great. Now I can tell all my friends I gave a Pussycat Doll a ticket.
So really that was probably the first time you got fined because you're a pussycat doll?
Exactly. I think it's working against me.
And finally, describe your driving skills to us.
I like to drive very fast, and some people tend to get very scared when they're in the car with me.
Advice from MSN and RAC.
We have our RAC Patrolman of the Year, Crackers Patel, on standby to offer you any driving advice you like. So I'll dial if you can ask a question.
Hi, RAC Patrol Crackers Patel speaking here.
Hey Crackers, it's Kimberly. I'm in the UK giving some dance masterclasses, including how to dance in high heels. I would like to know, are there any tips for driving in high heels, or what's the best footwear to wear when you're driving?
Yeah, good question, Kimberly. I'm sure you look really good in your high heels, but unfortunately when you're driving they can get caught in the carpet and can get caught in a mat. So it might be an idea to keep a spare pair of shoes in the car that you can drive in, so when you get in there you can swap your shoes over, no one will know, and away you go, and save you scuffing your high heels up as well. Thanks a lot, Kimberly. See you soon.
MSN and RAC. Advice.
That was the RAC Patrolman of the Year, Crackers Patel. You're listening to MSN Podcasts, and our guest is the fabulous Kimberly Wyatt from the Pussycat Dolls. Welcome back, Kimberly. And the success of the band means you've been hanging around with some major celebrities over the last few years. Who has the best car?
Who has the best car out of all the celebrities we've worked with? You know, Nicole has quite a great car. She drives a Bentley. Yes. And honestly, that's part of the only cool car that I've seen around.
Okay. And in the States, pimping up your car is, of course, a serious business. It means, have you had yours done yet? Have you sort of pimped up yours?
I'm kind of the opposite. I'm all about eco-friendly, so I'm more about keeping it simple.
And what would be your ideal car, your ultimate car?
I don't know if I have an ultimate car. Maybe when I was a kid I used to dream about Corvettes, but now that I'm becoming more aware about the world, I'm honestly considering the Prius.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you ever pimp up the tour bus?
I think the tour buses are pretty pimp in their own right, so I don't think they need any pimping.
And finally, what do the Pussycat Dolls have planned for the rest of the year?
Wow. Well, right now we're finishing up our tour, doing some dates here around the UK, and afterwards I really don't know what's in store for the Pussycat Dolls. It's been my foundation for quite some time, and I've been riding this train until the wheels fall off. So it's my family, it's my foundation, and I'm just as excited to see as you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kimberly, so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to MSN and RAC Stars in Their Cars podcast with Kimberly Wyatt. Next month, we'll be speaking exclusively to motor racing legend Sir Sterling Moss.
RAC, the breakdown people, the insurance people, the driving people.